Hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showcasing and explaining to you the endgame of Granblue Fantasy Relink. I'll be going through what kind of activities you do in the endgame, what are the big differences in these quests, what rewards you get from them and what is the core gameplay loop, as well as the key features that become unlocked once you reach the endgame. And I'll be doing this so that you can have a good understanding of what a lot of your playtime is going to look like in Granblue Fantasy Relink after you beat the story. So after you beat the game's story, you'll receive a Skyfarer grade promotion. You'll be going from a novice Skyfarer to what is called a veteran Skyfarer. Basically the game now allows you to tackle hard, very hard and extreme quests. So if you come here to the quest counter, you can see that I already have a couple more options that you probably don't have, but let's put a pin on that. We come here to quest selection, and we now have the veteran Skyfarer difficulty. So currently I am still in the hard difficulty. To get to the very hard difficulty quests, I need to do all of the quests that have the orange icon with the two white swords. I believe there's 8 of them in total and I've already done 3. And once I finish them, I'll be able to move on to the very hard quests and eventually move on to the extreme difficulty quests. Additionally, one of the key features that becomes added to the game once you reach the endgame is the quick quest. As it says right here, you will randomly join a quest that is between easy and hard difficulty, and of course you can do this online as well. You are also able to claim these gold badge tickets. As you can see on the top right corner of the screen, I have a couple of them already. So if we start one of these quick quests, as you can see we can spend these gold badge tickets to receive gold dahlia badges at the end of the quest. But keep in mind that you can only do this in multiplayer. This is the game basically incentivizing people to play online. So let's go ahead and spend these gold badge tickets in an online quest. It looks like we get one of the easier quests. Let's go ahead and beat them up. Let's go, big damage. And there we go. And now that that's done, you can see that we get these gold dahlia badges at the end of the quest. You may be wondering why you want to have those dahlia badges, and well, they're actually quite useful, so let me show you. If you come here to this NPC, after beating the game you'll have this new tab called Trade Dahlia Badges. As the name would imply, you can exchange some of these dahlia badges, specifically the silver ones you can exchange for materials that you can use to craft and upgrade weapons, as well as already powerful sigils and some fortitude crystals, and in the case of the gold dahlia badges you can exchange them for more interesting rewards like the ambrosia, which will give you mastery points, the copper spellbook, which will give you experience, an entire crewmate card which allows you to unlock any character of your choosing, knick-knack vouchers which I'll talk about in a moment, more fortitude crystals, and these clusters which can be exchanged for rupees. Keep in mind that the ambrosia will restock every Sunday, so even though these are limited as well, I would advise you to get the ambrosia first, so that you can get more supply of ambrosia come next Sunday. Also, while we are here, you also get these knick-knack vouchers which you can get by exchanging some of the items that you collect throughout the game, like for example these prism chip that I have 70 of, and any other item that you may collect, including sigils that you may not already use, like for example these attack power 2, health 1 and 2, so let's go ahead and pick all of these and exchange them, that's fine. And now we have 16 tickets. Well, you can come here to transmute sigils, and this is a gacha system which basically allows you to, at the cost of 5 vouchers, receive a random powerful sigil. As you can see right there, we get a stamina 3 out of this. The game here showcases a few sigils that you can get out of this, like Tyranny 4, Overdrive Assassin, and some others, but this is just a gacha system, it's completely random, and later on in the game you'll be able to unlock higher levels of transmutation to get even better sigils. So let's go ahead and do one more, and we get Slow Resistance 3. So this is a good way to still give use to some of the materials that you collected early on in the game that you may no longer use. But going back to the quest board, another feature that becomes available once you finish the game is Chapter Select, letting you replay through all of the different chapters so that you can go back and collect any chests that you might have missed, any hidden crabs, as well as the hidden pots. So if you were worried about not being able to go back into these areas, you can do it once you beat the game for the first time. Additionally, if you come over here to the blacksmith, after beating the game you'll see that you can actually craft new weapons that you couldn't before, as before reaching this point you could only craft a single weapon for each character, and you'll be able to further upgrade them. And a nice quality of life feature, you also unlock fast travel so you can very easily get from one end of the town to the other, And if we come over here to Zaba's bar, we gain access to Zaba's appraisal. Basically, you'll be picking up some curio along your travels, and as you do so, you can come here to this NPC, and by delivering said curio, he will give you random rewards. So it's always nice to pay attention to that and come here every once in a while. Something very important about reaching the endgame is that your mastery skill trees become expanded, and now these masteries are going to cost a lot more. That being said, they do provide you with some powerful abilities like an additional sigil, increasing the damage or the effect duration of some of your skills, and you may even have these character specific ones which are incredibly important, like for example with Percival, extending the time window to perform a charged perfect parry by 30%, making it a lot easier to land. So do save up on some masteries because these are going to be very important in the endgame. You're really going to want to have these to complete some of the harder quests. And the final thing that you unlock by reaching the endgame, you become able to change the outfit of Gran Djeeta, so you can go back to the basic outfit in case you don't like the one you unlock early on into the game. So basically, kinda like in Monster Hunter, you unlock high rank quests. You know, you start the game, you can only do the easy ones, now you have the normal ones. Eventually you unlock the hard quests as well. I have just unlocked the very hard ones, and if I keep doing these, eventually I'll get the extreme difficulty, which is where some of the toughest bosses will be, but of course that's where the best loot is. You can still repeat quests and go ahead and farm for different materials, like for example, you know, if there's a specific item that I need to craft for a powerful weapon, for a big upgrade or something, I can look into these, I can search from my wish list, right, search by treasure and pick it here. But it is very much the same endgame experience as you would expect from Monster Hunter, where you're kinda just farming for materials, looking to get more sigils, looking to get tickets, to then trade for more sigils. Like by getting these badges I can get some of these powerful sigils. Getting a critical hit rate 5 would be amazing for Lancelot, for example. There's also this gacha mechanic to get some more sigils with the tickets that you can get by trading in some of the items that you've been using and collecting the entire game. But these bosses become no joke in the endgame, so let's go ahead and just do one of these and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, some of these enemies come in different variants depending on the elements. Especially in the endgame you get to see a lot of that as they apply different status effects to you. A very key part of the endgame that you need to take into account is actually status effects become very important. Either you stopping the enemy or removing the status effects that the enemy puts on you. Nice, we get a link attack, big damage. Also need to get rid of these dragons because they become very annoying. But even these small dragons are very beefy, as you can see, like these guys have a ton of HP, so you need to be careful about that. The game definitely picks up in difficulty, I will say. Nice, Lancelot throws that guy, so we can ignore him for a bit. I couldn't connect with the second hit, that's fine. I thought I would be able to dodge on time, that's my bad. Yep, they do a ton of damage, so you need to be careful about that. We do this. Let's set up a full burst here. He's tanking all of that, beautiful. And elemental weaknesses also become pretty important in this. Of course you're not going to have many characters built, so you won't always be able to bring the characters that have the monster's elemental weakness to the fight. But if you do, like in this case I have Vane and Lancelot, things become a little bit easier. Nice, we get a link time, so get to do a lot of damage here. Spam more cooldowns. He's enraged now, it's fine. Oh crap. I thought I would have been able to get the attack off before he went after me. I've had some enemies where if you're not paying attention you just get one shot by what they do. So I would say it's the appropriate difficulty so far, but I'm only on the very hard quests. I haven't even unlocked the extreme quests, and that's where the biggest spike in difficulty is gonna be. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Mastering each of the characters and each of the different fights. I dodged that. Nope. Big damage. Get a link time, so even more damage. We get to spell more skills, and even the charged attacks come out faster. Get that link attack just to kill that enemy right there. Okay, we kill that guy. Gonna walk away for a bit to buff myself up, not get hit by anything. A very cool thing about Percival is that since you are able to tank hits while you are charging attacks, a lot of these attacks that would blow you away, you can kind of just tank them, and if you have a healer on the team, you'll end up being fine. So long as you don't get one shot, of course. Nice. We're almost about to have our gauge filled up again. Oh, I thought I would be able to dodge it. Gotta kill these dudes. Yeah, the boss is higher level than me. That's another thing about these difficulties. We get a break, beautiful. Might be able to kill him here. There we go, finally. But as you saw right there, not only did it take a pretty long time to do it, we also had to use a lot of our healing items. So these endgame boss fights are no joke. I am a little bit underleveled, keep in mind, but even still, these are quite a challenge, and so do not underestimate them. Hopefully these tips can help you out in the endgame of Granblue Fantasy Relink. I will be making many more guides as well as character-specific builds videos, so if you look forward to that, please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions about the game, feel free to show up on my livestream and ask away. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, my name is Dark Hero, and as always, happy hunting!